Hi, I'm Alicia O'Neill. I'm one of your lawyers in your lawsuit against PG&E. We're finally here at the finish line. We're ready to start submitting your questionnaires to the Fire Victims Trust. And we want to make sure that you understand absolutely everything about your questionnaire before you review it. So this is going to be kind of a long video, but bear with us. We want to make sure you know exactly what's going on when you're reviewing these questionnaires before we submit them. The bankruptcy court created the Fire Victims Trust and appointed a trustee and an administrator who hired a claims processor, Brown Greer, to evaluate all claims submitted to the trust. While the Fire Victims Trust opened its claim process some time ago, very few claims have been submitted as of today. We are hoping to submit all of our claims in the next 10 to 20 days. We need your help to do this. Once you have your final appointment, and we're sure that we have all of the damages that we need for your claim, we will submit it to the trust. We will then send you a text message that has a PDF of your Fire Victims Trust questionnaire. You will review it, and if you accept it and tell us that you approve it, we will then submit it to the trust so that you can get paid. Part of what the trust will do is begin to evaluate these claims quickly for the $25,000 payment that they intend to make quickly. In this litigation, it'll be an advance on your final settlement, and it'll be something that you could receive very quickly and very soon. During the rest of November and December, and likely into the beginning of next year, the trust will evaluate your claim as a whole. We hope the trust will quickly issue its determinations of the total amount of your settlement, the amount it intends to pay for your claim. You can choose to dispute the final determination if you believe the trust processor failed to follow the trust administrator's procedure. If you choose to accept the trust amount, you will be given a schedule of when you will receive your payments. Let's talk about the Fire Victims Claims Questionnaire itself. As you review your questionnaire, this information could help you. For Section 2, it's the Fire Victim Identification. This is your claimant ID. Every person has their own individual claim, and the trust will determine an amount to offer you or your family in each category of damages. It includes your name, your date of birth, your taxpayer ID. The trust tracks and pays all claims by category, either by the individual or to the owners of the property. Lost location with APN. The APN, the assessor's parcel number, confirms your home ownership. Law firm, us. We track in real time all activity involving your claim. For Section 3, real and personal property damage. Property identification, lost location, the area enrolled. APN provides the assessor's record of home size and acreage. This is what the trust will use. We will add property enhancements as well. For 4, 5, and 6, do you still own the home? Did you rebuild it? Do you have a desire to rebuild? This helps the trust determine how they're going to pay your claim. Was your home uninhabitable after the fire? Could you not live there because of the fire? The trust will take this information and provide an amount for your real property loss. The trust does not allow us to assert a specific amount in this section. That is why you do not see a value in this section. We cannot put one. The trust will determine that amount. After we receive the trust determination, we can decide whether we want to dispute the lost real property amount with information we have in your file. Commercial real estate. This section deals with anyone who lost any kind of real property that was commercial in nature. Other structures. In the other structures category, we include garages, sheds, barns, gazebos, mother-in-law apartments, and those kinds of buildings. Forestry and landscaping. We had arbor reports created by an expert with a final amount of your loss. The report will be sent to the trust, and you'll see the amount of that loss in this section. Personal property claim. We include an amount for the value of the lost personal property for your entire household and each individual's personal claim. This amount comes from either an actual amount from completed contents lists or an expert's determination of your lost personal property value. whichever is higher. You will see this amount in your fire victims claims questionnaire, and the report supporting it will be sent to the trust. Business income loss. We have been working with those of you who have business loss claims. Your information and amount of your loss will be displayed here, including an expert report, if applicable, that will be sent to the trust supporting that amount. Emotional distress. Were you in the zone of danger? In this section, the trust will compensate you for the emotional distress caused to you when you had to evacuate from the fire. We have included smoke inhalation for nearly all of you, whether you received formal treatment or not, as you were so close to the fire and breathing in that smoke as you tried to get away. This section will be completed for each person in your household who evacuated from the fire. If you completed the PTSD questionnaire or any narrative of your experience, it will also be sent to the trust. Nuisance. This is a little bit of an odd word for it, but what this means is the trust will compensate you for the emotional distress caused to you due to the loss of use or the enjoyment of your personal and real property due to the fire. In other words, you don't get to have and use all of the things you owned before in your home. You'll see the dates you provided us regarding your displacement from your home. This section will be completed for each person in your household who lost property. It excludes minors because they can't legally own property. Their property is owned by their parents or guardians. Personal injury. This section is for physical injury, including smoke inhalation, for each person in your household. If we have ordered or you have supplied us with medical records, they will be sent to the trust to support your claim as well. Wrongful death. We've been working with all of our clients personally who belong in this category, and they have all already been submitted to the trust. Other out-of-pocket expenses, Section 9. The trust should compensate you for the economic loss of use of your property. You'll see the amounts we're asking for here. We also included an amount for additional living expenses and other specific items like tree removal. A report detailing these amounts will be included with your claim. These amounts were generated by an expert using real estate activity in Northern California and pursuant to California law. Other damages, Section 10. We cite California codes to assert claims for attorney's fees, costs, interest, and exemplary damages. We do not anticipate the trust will specifically award attorney's fees, but we hope its inclusion will help you receive the highest amount possible. Section 11, medical insurance information. This section only applies to clients who receive medical treatment for their physical injury and are making a physical injury claim with the Fire Victims Trust. Private Health Plan Lien Resolution Program. I elect to opt out. This applies only to those of you who received medical treatment. We strongly encourage you to not opt out of this program, as we're certain the program would be helpful to the ultimate resolution of your claim. Other insurance information, Section 12. They're asking for the name of your insurance carrier and the policy number. Those two things are the only ones we must have. Everything else in this section will be blank. The trust has filed subpoenas to collect information from the insurance carriers themselves, and receipt of that information is ongoing. Section 13, Other Assistance. If known, will include Wildfire Assistance Program and/or FEMA information here. The trust will make a determination of what will and will not be paid back. Bankruptcy. The trust needs to know if you're in an active personal bankruptcy proceeding. Section 15, your signature. We will text you the completed questionnaire including the amounts for lost personal property, lost arbor, lost property use, and additional living expenses. It will not include any amount for your lost home value or your cost to rebuild. It will not include any amount for your emotional distress or smoke inhalation claim, because those have to be determined by the trust. And if we don't agree with the numbers they give us, we will be able to go back and give them information that shows that your claim should be higher. Once you look through and you indicate you accept it, you're giving us authority to sign and submit your claim for you to get your settlement from the trust. You will then receive confirmation of your submitted claim. Thank you so much for your attention. We look forward to getting all of your claims finalized and submitted quickly.